Hello, friends. Welcome to Lord of the Rings Trivia. All are welcome, whether you be elf, hobbit, Smeagol is even welcome if he's in the audience. We have a few friends here. Go ahead and take your time signing into Kahoot. I am not extremely familiar with modern day technology, so just bear with me. But go ahead and sign into Kahoot. I think you can create a fun little character. And we may do some practice questions while we wait and see if anybody else jumps in, because sometimes people are a little hesitant to join trivia night late. So, let's see. I'm gonna say hi to a few buddies here. Let's see. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Hello, Sarita. Very nice to have you here this evening. Now, Sarita, shout out to you. I know you've been waiting for this since like August. So shout out to you. Much appreciated. Appreciate the hype. Oh, Two Towers. That's a good one. That is a good one. Return of the King. Return of the King. That is, hey, sweet victory, you know? You know what I'm saying? You know what? Middle Earth is a large place, Sarita, and you know, it takes a minute for word to get around. That's probably why. Ian, you never know what could be possible. Okay? You never know. Christina, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you. Yes, Gandalf. Note to self, not all Gandalf wigs on Amazon are created equal. but I'm working with what I got. The hair in the mouth is like very real, I have to be honest. But we're gonna push through. We're gonna push through. I'm sorry, kid. Okay, I gotta keep it together. I got trivia to host. You know what? There is a slight resemblance. There is a slight resemblance, Ian. I can see that. Mithrandir. Yes. Oh my gosh. Felicity also, hello. I don't know if I said hello to you yet or not. I know Felicity's been also waiting for this. Been very excited. Thank you, thank you. I did clear my schedule for this, you know. I will say things have been a little slow in Middle-earth, though. You know, things have been pretty peaceful. So, for once. So, I'm occupying my retirement time with a little bit of trivia. Gandalf the Grey at this point in time. Gandalf the Grey. Oh, wow. Well, better late than never, you know. Better late than never. Oh, I'm glad you're excited. Yes, it is not the coolest thing I've ever worn, and does not allow for any chocolate milk drinking. So, not my favorite, but you know, like I said, we're gonna power through. Listen, it's gonna be so fun. I'm so hyped. Stu! Hi, Allie. Hi, Stu. Sorry, I used to call you Stu, just like ironically, like just kind of as a joke, and now I don't know how to switch from Stu, but Allie. Hi, Allie. Okay, so I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. Taylor. Listen, the people of Middle-earth can always count on Taylor, okay, to be a good hype buddy. Yeah, you know what? Now that you say that, Miley, a straw would have been smart. Would have been smart. But, you know, we do have a Stanley with a built-in straw. Hold on. Let me see if I can show you guys. Boom. So we're gonna rock with that for now. And do what we can. But the wig does have a mind of its own. So we will see what happens. Stu, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Okay. All right. We have been granted permission to continue to use Stu. Okay. Cool, cool. All right, buddies. Well, we may get started here. And if people join late, hold on, let me get a quick sip. If people join late, you know, the code's on the screen. And they can always... Well, actually, you know what? I happen to have in my possession an entire collection of Trivial Pursuit Lord of the Rings questions. So, would you all like to practice a little bit before we get started? Our daddy is hilariously relatable. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Listen, Frodolicity is pretty epic. Y'all are getting creative in here. So party with my hobbit pals. I have not partied per se, but we did smoke some nice grass right before the stream. So if I mess up, blame it on the hobbits. Yes, practice. Okay, perfect. Listen, I can't stay. Okay, Serena, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're going to move it along. We'll just do a couple. We'll do a couple questions and then we'll get going. No worries, no worries. We'll just do a couple and then we'll be on our way. Listen, wizards just want to have a good time too, okay? Listen, we can make it happen. Y'all can come over to the Shire. We can make it happen. Oh yeah, you could do it from your phone, Sarita. That's a good call. All right, well here, we'll just do one wizards and hobbits. They are a great combination. They are a great combination. Okay. Let's go ahead. We'll just do like one quick practice question card and then we'll hop in, okay? All right, let's see here. Okay. Who claims to be Frodo's once removed second cousin on his mother's side and a twice removed third cousin on his father's side. I'll repeat that one. Who claims to be Frodo's once removed second cousin on his mother's side and a twice removed third cousin on his father's side? Yep, we got a few people with the right answer. So the correct answer is technically Pippin, but if you put Merry, you know, I understand the confusion. So, all right, let's do, a question about me. Oh no, never mind. It's about Saruman. All right, we can do this one though, it's fine. Hate his guts, but that's okay. What object of Saruman's bears the same shaped top as the Tower of Orthanc? What object of Saruman's bears the same shaped top as the Tower of Orthanc? I think I'm saying that right. Christina Thingy. Yep, the staff. The staff was the correct answer. All right, we're going to do one more, and then we're getting into it, okay? All right, this is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. What lubricating product was slathered on the orcs' prosthetic skins so they would look shiny and sweaty? What lubricating product was slathered on the orcs' prosthetic skin so that they would look shiny and sweaty? I know. Listen, I didn't make it up. It's on the card, I promise. And you all may not know the answer, because it's a little out there. I'm sorry, Taylor. I'm sorry. All right, you ready? The answer was KY jelly. KY jelly. Yep. Listen. You guys want the insider knowledge? I'm here to share. So, happy to oblige. All right, that being said, I think let's go ahead and get into it. If people want to join the Kahoot after we start, they can totally do that, and that's 100% fine. I'll have the code on the screen and all that good stuff. All right. I'm going to disappear for a second. Don't worry. I'm still here. You'll still hear me. I'm just going to remove my picture for a minute while we go through the starting screen here. Okay. Welcome, ladies and gents. He, she's, theys, and gays. Welcome to Lord of the Rings Trivia. Dun 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 dun. All right. Now, here's how this is going to work. There are 60 questions total, spread across 6 subcategories. The subcategories are the Fellowship of the Ring, Middle-earth locations, characters and races, creatures, magic, and artifacts, movie details, and last but not least, book details. You will have 30 seconds to answer each question, and I will show the scoreboard every 10 questions or so. And then I will show the winner's podium at the very end. Everyone got it? All right. Now, our first category, the Fellowship of the Ring. Here we go. First question coming up. All right. What is the name of the inn in Bree where Frodo meets Aragorn? What is the name of the inn in Bree where Frodo meets Aragorn? Oh, and actually I can put myself back up now. Boom. Most of you got that one. The Prancing Pony. Nicely done, guys. Prancing Pony is correct. All right, I'm just giving it a second for the scoreboard to tabulate. And we're on to the next one. Ready? All right, who forged Frodo's sword Sting that glowed blue near orcs? Who forged Frodo's sword Sting that glowed blue near orcs? Yeah, that can happen, Felicity. When you get, real excited, sometimes you move too fast. It happens. No worries. You got 60 questions, so you got time to redeem yourself. No worries. The Elves of Rivendell. Let's see if that was correct. And it was correct. The Elves of Rivendell. All right. Oh, there was a shift in the scoreboard that time. Pretty drastic one. My goodness. All right. On to the next question. What alias does Frodo use in Bree? Again, what alias does Frodo use in Bree? This is a tricky one. Oh, this was kind of evenly split between Underhill and Brandbuck, or Brandybuck. Correct answer was Underhill. Underhill was the right one. Oh, we got another shift. Oh my goodness. Okay, things are heating up on the scoreboard, I gotta say. And Tay came in hot with an answer streak of 3. My goodness. Okay, here we go. Next question. What creature does Gandalf face on the bridge of Khazad-dûm? What creature does Gandalf face on the bridge of Khazad-dûm? Cave troll, fell beast, a balrog, or a werewolf? Oh, y'all smoked that one. Correct answer was balrog. Killing the game. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Scoreboard is a shifted. Oh, no worries, DW. No worries. And DW, you can always join the Kahoot when you get back. I've got the code on the screen, so if you get back from walking and, you want to jump in, you're welcome to. You can also just answer in the chat. That's fine. All right, let's go to the next question. Okay, who initially refuses to join the Fellowship, but changes his mind at the Council? Who initially refuses to join the Fellowship, but changes his mind at the Council? We have Legolas, Gimli, Boromir, or Aragorn. All right, everyone got that one. Boromir was the correct answer. Nicely done, chat. All right. Let's see if there's a shift in the scoreboard. Not so much that time. All right. Here we go. Next question. In the films, what gift does Galadriel give Sam? Now, I want to clarify this is in the films, okay? Because she gives him something different in the books. So in the films, what gift does Galadriel give Sam? A vial of light, a lock of her hair, a length of elven rope, or an elven cloak? Ooh, we were kind of evenly distributed there. So the correct answer was a length of elven rope. It's actually the rope that they use to kind of pull... oh my god, I'm having a total brain fart, and I said his name earlier too, that little devil. What's his name? Oh my god, Felicity, help me out. The little guy that they... Gollum, yes. Thank you, Sarita. I promise I know this. I just had a total brain fart. This wig is really hot, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. But yeah, it's the rope they use to pull Gollum behind them in, is it the second? I think it's the second film. All right. Let's see if that shifted our leaderboard. Oh, it did. Okay. That shifted our leaderboard quite a bit. All right, on to the next. What does Boromir try to take from Frodo? What does Boromir try to take from Frodo? Sting, the mithril shirt, the One Ring, or the Phial of Galadriel? Oh, y'all got that one. That was a slow ball, slow toss, whatever they say in baseball. I'm not a sports person. You know what I mean. But yeah, the One Ring. Nicely done, guys. Okay. What is the name of the river the Fellowship travels on by boat? What is the name of the river that the Fellowship travels on by boat? Also, thank you, Christina. That may happen later. We'll see. I'm doing okay for now. I'm hanging okay for now. Okay, that was also evenly distributed. So the correct answer was the Anduin River. Let's see if that made a shift. Oh, someone made a big comeback on that one. Someone made a big comeback. I won't say who, but remember, we will look at the scoreboard between categories. So, all right, here we go. In the films, who spots the Crebain from Dunblin spying on the Fellowship? This is a tricky one. In the films, who spots the Crebain from Dunblin spying on the Fellowship? And you should know, in the books, it's different than in the movies. That's why I specified it in the films. I really tried to clarify. Films versus movies. Felicity, it's okay. Seriously, I know your knowledge, your Lord of the Rings knowledge. I love how Stu's like, I don't know what half these words are. You know what? I don't blame you. The Lord of the Rings lore runs really deep. Okay, most of you actually got that one right. It was Legolas. In the books, it is Aragorn, but in the movies, it's Legolas. Crebain was Sarita. It's like a big, almost like a big crow that spied for Sauron. So like in the movies, you just hear him say, they say something. I think Aragorn says there's a dark cloud moving quickly through the sky. And then Legolas, because as Stu just pointed out, has the really good elven sight. He's able to look up and like be like, it's a Crebain, you know, it's not a cloud, it's a Crebain. So let's see. All right. Next question. What is the Elvish name for Rivendell? What is the Elvish name for Rivendell? And also, this is the last question of this round, so we will look at the scoreboard after this and see where everybody stands. Okay. The correct answer, I will tell you honestly, I don't know how to pronounce it. Imladris, maybe? Imladri? Not sure. But that is the correct answer. Which, a few you got it. All right. Are you ready to take a look at the scoreboard here? See where everyone stands? All right. So, in first place, we have Tay with 6,902 points, followed closely by Frodolicity, then Aerodaddy, then Christina, and then the Little Devil. All right. Let's get back to work. Next question, or next category is going to be Middle Earth locations. Middle Earth locations. All right, so everyone prepare yourselves. Here we go. What is the capital city of Gondor? What is the capital city of Gondor? Oh yeah, Taylor, you're winning. And let me tell you, Felicity knows her stuff. And you guys are like neck and neck. But yeah, it's going to be I think it's going to be a heated battle to the end here. Okay, quite a few of you got that one. Minas Tirith. Yes, well done. And just know, if this is a weak category for you, there are other categories still coming. And you can totally, you know, make a comeback. So, ooh, like Era Daddy just made a bit of a comeback. So, heads up. You know. Rachel Catherine, hi, Rachel. Yes, it is I, Gandalf the Grey. If you care to join the Kahoot, you can always join, even if you're coming in late. You can just use the code right under me. And it's free. If anyone hasn't done Kahoot before, it's totally free. You just go to the Kahoot website. You don't need a login or anything. You just go to the Kahoot site, enter in the number, and you can join. It's kind of fun. All right. Next question coming up. Which forest is home to the Ents? Which forest is home to the Ents? Thank you, Rachel Catherine. It is a fun time. Okay, most of you said Fangorn Forest. The correct answer was Fangorn Forest. What? Okay, we got some shifting happening on the leaderboard. Very interesting. All right, next question. What mountain range lies between Mordor and Gondor? What mountain range lies between Mordor and Gondor? Oh, Christina, keep the faith. You can still make a comeback. There's quite a bit of magic to be had in Middle-earth. You never know when your fate could change, you know? Interestingly enough, a lot of you went with the Misty Mountains. The correct answer was the Epelduith. Dwath. I don't know. But anyways, that's the answer. Some of these are quite fancy. But I promise I double and triple checked that these were right. Because I knew if anybody like was diehard Lord of the Rings and ended up in here, that they would tear me apart if anything wasn't right. So it is double and triple checked. Oh, we have some shifting happening again. All right, here we go. Next question. What is Saruman's fortress? What is Saruman's fortress? Okay, correct answer. Or thank. I'm not really sure how to say it. But yes, that is the correct answer. Nice. Okay, we do have some shifting happening. All right, next question. What is the entrance, or where is the entrance to the Paths of the Dead? Where is the entrance to the Paths of the Dead? I apologize, Felicity. I know, it's a little disorienting. I'll keep that in mind for next time. Dunharrow. Correct answer was Dunharrow. Nicely done, friends. Protolicity has a streak of 4 correct answers in a row. Just FYI. I don't know if it is my fault. It actually might be my fault, Felicity, to be fully transparent. It might be something that I could like change a setting and make it have the answers on there. I'm just not super well versed yet in Kahoot. But I will look into it for next time is what I should say. No worries, Sue. Listen, you can always make a comeback. I think a lot of people will make a comeback during like the next 2 categories. Just sit tight. Trust me. I think you'll be okay. All right, next question. What is the elvish city where Aragorn was raised? What is the elvish city where Aragorn was raised? Rivendell, Lothlorien, Mithlond, Gondolin. You guys are pretty fast with these answers, too. I gave everyone 30 seconds, and y'all are done in like 10 seconds. It's pretty impressive. Okay. Correct answer, Rivendell. Sarita said, okay, Aerodaddy needs to leave, lol. Oh my goodness. Listen. All right. Next question. Here we go. Which region is famous for pipeweed? Which region is famous for pipeweed? The Shire. Nicely done. All right, Frodolicity has a 6-question streak going. Just FYI. All right. Next question. What city in Rohan is home to King Theoden? What city in Rohan is home to King Theoden? That's okay, DW. It's all right. Trust me, this is a tricky category. Once we get to the next two, I think a lot of people will be able to make a comeback. Okay. Let's see here. Correct answer was Edoras. Edoras. Next question. What is the Dark Tower in Mordor? What is the Dark Tower in Mordor? You know what, Stu, for what it's worth, I felt that way even writing these, to be honest. That's why I was like double and triple checking that they were right. Because I was like, I don't want to have to like question whether I know the films or not. And I felt like I knew them pretty well, but it's just the lore is so deep in Tolkien, or with Tolkien. Okay, Barad-dûr. Barad-dûr was the answer. Well done. All right, next question. What is the volcano where the One Ring was forged? What is the volcano where the One Ring was forged? Christina said, Kahoot out here trying to make me feel better with everyone's got bad days. That is pretty funny. Oh, Miley said, I got the extended versions as a set in a little free library a while ago, and now I really need to sit there and watch again. Let me tell you, I think the extended versions they're the only version I watch anymore. It's a night and day difference, in my opinion. All right, let's see. Oh, Felicity said, I clicked Doom for Wheel of Doom. Listen, you got that gut instinct, you know? All right. It's just a reflex. Oh, whoops. What is Aragorn's reforged sword called? We are in the next category. I apologize. What is Aragorn's reforged sword called? Perf. All right. Everyone said, or many of you said Anduril, and that is the correct answer. Nicely done. Okay. And we're going to backtrack for 2 seconds because I just want to make sure you guys know we are now in characters. Hold on. Let me do this. We are now in characters and races. Okay. This is the category we're in. So we just did the first out of 10 questions, but I just want everyone to be aware. because I accidentally clicked ahead, that that is what we are in now. All right, ready for the next question? Here we go. Which dwarf from The Hobbit appears briefly in the Lord of the Rings films? Which dwarf from The Hobbit appears briefly in the Lord of the Rings films? You know what, Miley? I noticed that. I was like, you know what? Perspective be damned. You know, true height be damned. We're just gonna throw everyone a bone, make it an assortment, live it up a little bit, you know? All right, many of you said Gloin. Correct answer was Gloin. Nicely done. Also, I know you guys see the answers on your Kahoot, like it'll tell you if you got it right or wrong. But I just like to repeat them in case anybody watches the stream later and is just kind of playing along on their own without Kahoot, you know? That is a great feeling, Miley, when you just kind of guess and get it right. All right, let's see. Next question. Who kills the Witch King? Sorry, hair in my mouth. Who kills the Witch King? Gandalf, Éowyn and Merry, Aragorn, or Frodo? All right. Many of you got this one correct. It was Éowyn and Merry. Nicely done. The leaderboard is still shifting. My goodness. See, I knew that some of you would make a comeback at this point. Yeah, this was a pretty scary part, Miley. I agree. Yes, but truly iconic. I am no man. Yeah, I love that line. I am no man. That was a great twist. All right. Next question. What race is Legolas? What race is Legolas? Oh, no worries, Felicity. You're okay. No, we still got a little ways to go. We started with 60 questions. It'll tell me in a minute. We are on question 24 out of 60. All right. Correct answer was Sindarin Elf. Nicely done. All right. Next question. Here we go. What title does Gandalf take after returning? Or better yet, what title do I take upon my return? Gandalf the Blue, Gandalf the White, Gandalf the Red, or Gandalf the Silver? If I told you, Felicity, it wouldn't be trivia now, would it? Okay. Gandalf the White. I'm happy to say many of you got that one correct. Listen, Miley. Legolas, I understand the appeal. I totally follow the train of thought with that one. All right. Next question. Who is the steward of Gondor? Who is the steward of Gondor? This is a tricky one. Okay, this one was fairly spread out. It was Denethor the Second. Nice job. All right, next question. Who finds the ring before Gollum? Who finds the ring before Gollum? Now, this one you guys will know, right? You guys will know this one. This is an easy one. Okay. We were spread around a little bit, but Deagle was the correct answer. Deagle. All right. Next question. What is Sam's full name? Speed round. What is Sam's full name? Samwise Gamgee, Samwise Brandybuck, Samwise Boffin, or Samwise Gardner? Look at that. Y'all got it before I even finished the sentence. Samwise Gamgee. Legend. Samwise the Brave. All right. What is Gollum's real name? What is Gollum's real name? You guys smoked that one too. That's awesome. Smeagol. Smeagol is correct. All right. Who is the Elven Lord of Lorien? Who is the Elven Lord of Lorien? And just know, this is the last question of this category. Okay, many of you said Elrond. The correct answer was actually Celeborn. Celeborn. Listen, Miley, that is a popular theory. That is a popular theory. All right. We're going to take a look at the scoreboard here. And just know that the next category coming up is creatures, magic, and artifacts. I repeat, creatures, magic, and artifacts. But in the meantime, here's where we stand. We have Frodolicity in the top spot with 20,283 points. Tay is in second, followed by Christina and a couple little devils. Yes, Felicity. Felicity said they're very close in the books. No worries, Taylor. There's still time for a comeback. No, Taylor. Okay, it's okay. That's all right. We appreciate you hanging out, Tay. And you did a good job. You know, respect. Good night, Taylor. All right, let's see. On to the next question. What creature did the Witch King ride? What creature did the Witch King ride? A fell beast? Let us see. Correct answer was a fell beast. Nicely done. All right, next question. What giant spider attacks Frodo? What giant spider attacks Frodo? Okay, correct answer was Shelob. I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not certain, but I believe that's correct. All right. Frodolicity has an answer streak of 12. That is impressive. All right. Next question. Which seeing stone does Pippin look into? Again, which seeing stone does Pippin look into? The hair on this wig is insane, I gotta tell you. Okay, many of you said the Palantir of Amansul. Correct answer was actually Palantir of Orthanc. Orthanc? Okay. What precious material strengthens Frodo's mithril coat? What precious material strengthens Frodo's mithril coat? Oh my god. Sorry, I'm reading the chat as I'm reading this, and that's not working out well. What precious material strengthens Frodo's mithril coat? Okay, there was some variety here, but the correct answer is mithril alone. Mithril alone. Nice. All right. Next question. In the movies, what does Gandalf speak? Oh, yeah. What does Gandalf speak to when freeing Theoden? In the movies, what does Gandalf speak to when freeing Theoden? A Nazgul, a possessed Palantir, a wraith within, or the spirit of Saruman? Okay, this one proved to be a bit trickier for everyone, and that's okay. The correct answer was the spirit of Saruman. You may remember a famous line is something along the lines of, "You have no power here, Saruman." So he is speaking to the spirit of Saruman in the movie during that scene. Okay, next question. What do the 3 elven rings represent? What do the 3 elven rings represent? Okay, this one had a bit of an assortment as well. Correct answer is water, air, and fire. Water, air, and fire. But I understand why people said light, shadow, and flame. I will say I can understand why people would get confused. Okay, next question. Who is Sauron's lieutenant at the Black Gate? This is one of my favorite characters, and he's on screen for all of like 2 seconds. Who is Sauron's lieutenant at the Black Gate? Whoa. Sorry, forgot I had a mic there for a minute. This tricked a few of you. So the correct answer was the Mouth of Sauron. The Mouth of Sauron. It's the character who has like the huge mouth with like the really long, sharp teeth. Just such a cool, haunting, like creepy character. What? Miley says Gothmog is what they called me in high school. What? That's horrible. I'm sorry, Miley. What kind of creature is Bill? This is a lighter question. What kind of creature is Bill? A pony, a donkey, a ram, or a goat? Oh, you're joking. Okay, I was about to be like, that is really horrible. People can be so mean. Oh my gosh. Okay, many of you got that one correct. Bill is a pony. Nicely done. Next question. What object does Galadriel use for visions? What object does Galadriel use for visions? Oh, a lot of you got this one. Was the Mirror of Galadriel. Nicely done, friends. All right. What visible power does the One Ring give? What visible power does the One Ring give? Flight, super strength, invisibility, or healing? Oh yeah, y'all smoked that one. Invisibility is right. And That was the last question of that category. So we will take another look at the scoreboard here. I'm gonna go to this page for just a second. Just so you know, the next category coming up is movie details. Movie details. You know, I had that thought, Felicity. I was like, I look more like a silver Hagrid than Gandalf, but I'll take it. Like I said, don't trust all the Amazon descriptions that you read, folks. They can be misleading. Anyways. Here we go. Protolicity's in the lead with 26,191, followed by Christina, Happy Devil, Angry Devil, and Tay. Yeah, the middle pick is pretty bomb. I love how it has like the green screen behind it. All right. Going on to the next question here, folks. Fingers at the ready. How many Oscars did The Return of the King win? 9, 11, 7, or 13? This is a tricky one. Okay. Correct answer was actually 11. Nicely done. All right, next question. How old is Bilbo turning in the film's birthday party? Now remember, this is in the film, okay, in the movie. How old is Bilbo turning in the film's birthday party? Thank you for the reminder, Christina, because I totally forgot. How old is Bilbo turning in the film's birthday party? Very nice. Nicely done. 111. Why can I not speak? 111 is the correct answer, folks. Okay. Oh, we had a shift in the scoreboard, ladies and gents. We did have a bit of an upset on the scoreboard. Ian now has a streak with 3 correct answers in a row. What? Ian may be making his way up. We'll see what happens. Next question. What does Gandalf say to open the doors of Durin? Speak, friend, and enter. Melon. Ano, Anadlin, or Edro, or Edro. It's not too insane, Ian. It's just you kind of self-proclaimed that you didn't know the answers, and so a 3-question streak, that's pretty lucky, you know? All right, correct answer was melon. Melon. All right, we had another shift in the scoreboard. Next question. Who says one does not simply walk into Mordor? One does not simply walk into Mordor. Correct answer? Boromir. Dun dun dun. All right. Next question. What meal does Pippin ask about which confuses Aragorn? What meal does Pippin ask about that confuses Aragorn? Oh, all of you got that one. That's awesome. Second breakfast is correct. Okay. Next question. In the extended edition, who gives Aragorn Anduril, which is his sword, just so you guys know, I believe. In the extended edition, who gives Aragorn Anduril? Okay. Correct answer was Elrond. Nicely done, friends. All right, next question. What does Frodo see in Galadriel's mirror that frightens him? His own death, the Shire burning, the destruction of Gondor, or Sauron's eye? A lot of you got this one right. It was the Shire burning. Nicely done. All right. Next question. What does Sam say when refusing to leave Frodo? Not without you, Mr. Frodo. I'm coming with you. I made a promise. Or I will not let you go alone. We are on category 5, Sarita. I believe it is movie trivia. Yeah. I believe it's movie trivia. So it's the second to last category. Correct answer is, I made a promise. Yep. Yep. I believe he does say them all. It's the catch is, when does he say it, right? So what does Sam say when refusing to leave Frodo? And this is, I believe, the scene where he almost drowns is the one they're referencing. So. Okay. Next question. Which actor broke his toe kicking a helmet? Ugh, great line, Miley. Don't you lose him, Samwise Gamgee. I don't mean to. Yep, it's a great line. Yeah, this one, y'all do this one. Yeah, I love how Stu goes, finally what I know. Yeah, this is a good fun fact. So the answer was Viggo Mortensen. Okay. Final question. What color is the signal fire that begins the beacon sequence? What color is the signal fire that begins the beacon sequence? Red, white, orange, or blue? Correct answer was white. Nicely done. Quite a few of you got that one. Okay. Now, let me just double check. Okay, this was the last one in this category. So the next category is going to be book details, okay? Book details, one specific to the books. It also says that Aerodaddy's making a comeback with 3 in a row. Just saying. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the scoreboard real quick. Okay, so we have Frodolicity in first with 32,007 points, followed by Christina, Happy Devil, Angry Devil, and Tay. Tay's not even playing anymore, but Tay's still holding that 5th slot. But she may get knocked out. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's get back to it. And here we go. First question. What age is Frodo when he leaves the Shire in the books? 33, 50, 45, or 60? I think Felicity legit reread the books recently, so she does have a bit of a leg up. Okay, correct answer was 50. Many of you seem to think that he left at 33, which would be interesting. Would have been an interesting twist. Next question. Who physically restores the Shire at the end of the books? Who physically restores the Shire at the end of the books? Nice. Many of you said Sam. Sam was the correct answer. Nicely done. Okay, next question. Who kills Saruman in the book canon? Who kills Saruman in the book canon? Gandalf, Wormtongue, Frodo, or Merry? Okay, we had a variety of answers, but correct answer was Wormtongue. Wormtongue took on Saruman. Took him down. All right. Next question. What is the chapter where Tom Bombadil first appears? What is the chapter where Tom Bombadil first appears? Fog on the Barrow Downs, the Old Forest, Many Meetings, or A Shortcut to Mushrooms? Okay. It was the Old Forest. Many of you seem to think it was A Shortcut to Mushrooms. I don't blame you, but it was the Old Forest. Yeah, Tom Bombadil, a lot of people say that like Tom Bombadil is one of the characters that like didn't make it in the movies that absolutely should have. Okay. Next question. What ultimately becomes of the 3 elven rings? Now remember, this is in the books. What ultimately becomes of the 3 elven rings? They are destroyed, they are buried, they sail into the west, or they are given to men. Okay. Correct answer, they sail into the west. I love how Stu goes, I'm just going to blindly slap my foot at this point and hope for the best. You know what? It's a valid strategy. It's a valid strategy, Stu. Gotta do what you gotta do, you know? We only have 5 questions left, everyone. So this is the time. If you're gonna slap fast, okay? Shoot for the moon. Here we go. What animal rescues Frodo and Sam from Mount Doom? Giant hawks, eagles, great ravens, or fell beasts? Oh, you guys got this one quick. One of the biggest plot holes that, well, people say it's a plot hole. I don't think it's a plot hole, personally, because the eagles could not have taken them to Mount Doom in the first place because the Eye of Sauron would have seen them. But yes, eagles, excuse me, is the correct answer. Okay. Next question. Which hobbit becomes mayor of the Shire multiple times? You have Pippin, Merry, Sam, or Frodo. Okay. Many of you said Sam. Correct answer was Sam. I believe he's elected 7 times. Something like that. Okay. I love how Christina says, picked on vibes, to be honest. You know what? Fair. Fair. All right. Next question. We only have 3 left. What is the name of the inn Frodo stays at in Crick Hollow? Sam for president. Listen, we could use a Sam for president right now. What is the name of the inn Frodo stays at in Crick Hollow? The Prancing Pony, the Golden Perch, the Ivy Bush, or none? He stays at a house. Okay, nicely done, friends. Correct answer is none. He stays at a house. Okay. Next question. Getting to the end here. How many years passed between Bilbo's party and Frodo's departure? Now remember, this is in the books. In the books. How many years pass between Bilbo's party and Frodo's departure? Okay. Correct answer was 17. 17 years. Okay. I believe this is our last question. Everyone ready? In the book, who reforges Narsil into Anduril? Sorry, these elvish names are killing me. Elrond, Arwen, the Elven Smiths of Rivendell, or Celebrimbor? All right. Correct answer was the Elven Smiths of Rivendell. All right. And now for the results. All right. In first place, we have Frodo Licity. Christina is in second place. And in third place, we have... Is that Angry Devil? That might just be, like, Fun Devil. But very nicely done, guys. Happy Devil. Okay, Happy Devil. Nice. Well, guys, this was really fun, honestly. I'm actually really impressed. You guys knew a lot more, not more than I thought you would. I shouldn't phrase it that way. It's more, as I was typing up the questions, I was like, damn, some of these are actually really tricky. And you guys did a great job. So, yeah, this was really fun. All right, now I'm not gonna lie, this wig is killing me and I'm like really hot. So I think I'm going to let you guys go, but I genuinely appreciate everyone joining me. This was so much fun. I'd been looking forward to this for months because I love Lord of the Rings. So I really appreciate everyone showing up. And with that being said, be brave, be a light. Remember that you're so, so loved. And I'll see you around Middle Earth, everyone. Have a good night.